I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to make manifestation a completely normal part of who you naturally already are. Because most people think that having what they want is going to be this crazy event that fulfills them, that makes them feel amazing, and all the gratitude and the love and the joy, like this event is going to give that to them, right? This thing that they create outside of them, this thing outside of me, that is going to help me to feel how I want. I'm going to share with you how that's not the truth in this video, what to do instead, which is actually to create a life that you don't need a vacation from. To do that now, to create this life, you don't need a vacation from, because why? You're already practically on vacation, because you're in the energy of being on vacation moment to moment every single day. You're creating your life around an energy of the fact that you're always being who you want to be and doing what you want to do always, and that's who you are. And why would you do anything else, right? People are living lives that don't do that, and in my experience, it's like, what's the alternative? Just to be something that I don't really want to be? Absolutely not. So let's talk about in this video how not to do that and how to actually create that life that you don't need a vacation from, instead being who you actually want and creating that epic dream reality. And in fact, not even necessarily creating it, but shifting into it now and just being it right now. Let's talk about that in this video. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in regards to how to create this dream life right now is to understand this one thing first. That actually, what you want, your dream reality, whatever you want, understand that it's completely normal. It's completely normal. It's a part of who you are. It's a natural part of who you are. Because it's not something that you need out there to feel all this like emotion and this thrill. You think you want that. We think we want some crazy emotional high. No, you don't want that. You want that deep fulfillment to know that you can manifest anything you want. You can have anything you want moment to moment. Be that fully. And not even just to know that, but to go be it, to like prove it through embodiment, through action, through manifestation, through leading by example. Your energy is going to be powerful. People are going to feel your energy, but not like this crazy energy, just normal. So that's the first thing that I want you to understand when it comes to manifestation and creating that dream life, is to understand that it's normal. When you're on vacation, when you're kicking back and relaxing, it's just normal for you to do that. When you're relaxing and being and working on what you want, yes, there can be elements of like high activity and like intensity, but that's normal. It's normal. It's just who you are. And I'm not saying that there's not exciting times and grateful times, and you don't feel all the emotions, you don't feel everything, and you don't feel all the emotions, you don't fully take in the moment 100% and see everything that you want and align with the dream reality that's right for you. But all of that is completely normal, because that's just who you are. That's being epic is normal. What I'm trying to say ultimately is that what you want doesn't exist outside of you. That emotion that you think somebody's going to give you, like your dream partner or the mansion or the house, these are all great things. You can have all of those things. All of those things, you should have them. You deserve to have them. Why wouldn't you have everything you actually want? But that's what I'm trying to point you to this video, is you want the actual reality. So let's say it like this. If you had that dream reality, if you actually had it, if you actually had what you want, would you feel lack? No, because having something implies you're not lacking it. So there would be a normal essence to having that dream partner. you would still be excited. Don't get me wrong. When I say it like that, it might sound like it's not exciting. You don't feel the emotions. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, in fact, you get all the emotions, whatever we think you want, like any like dopamine rush or high or whatever that you think you want when you're in that lack energy. You can have everything you think you want plus even more when you understand your manifestation power. Because expanding your energy or expanding your horizon, your identity to hold more abundance, to be more of who you actually are, that is something that you can tap into, but it's absolutely critical to start to understand that actually you can't take the old reality with you to the new reality. And that lack energy where you're continually focusing on lack, that's not going to be something that you're going to be focused on in the new reality. So that's something that's really important to consider as well. So it's normal, but think about it. If you have what you want, what is it in your life that you're holding on to in this moment that contradicts that? That contradicts being normal. So that's the second thing that ultimately I want to share with you in this video is, what is it in your life that contradicts you having what you want? The energy of having what you want. See, when you manifest something in an intentional, direct, conscious way, by the time you get it, you're not surprised whatsoever. There's no surprise. There's no confusion. It's not because there are no coincidences in a reality, right? And then when you manifest something, you've tapped into being at the right place at the right time on purpose, intentionally. So by the time you get it, has your inner state changed when you see a reflection of what you want happening? No, it hasn't. Because you were already working on your inner state prior to manifesting that thing. So when you manifest the thing, your internal state, you've already been training to feel that internal state. See, Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. When you practice being in the reality that you want now, when it shows up, you've already been practicing it. So you're not surprised. You're not you feel the peace of it, but the peace of it is not dependent on the thing anymore because you already feel that peace. So the key is to start to look at what is contradicting that, right? So who are you being on a daily basis that contradicts that, and what can you replace that with? We'll get to that in a second here. But the second thing is, who are you being on a daily basis that contradicts what it is that you want to be in your life? What it is that you actually want to manifest in your life? Who you actually want to be? What you want to embody more of? Who are you being that contradicts having what you want? How can you have what you want now? The energy of that. Who would you be? What would you do? How would you think? How would you operate? What would your emotional state be? Would you be frantic? Would you be chaotic? Would you be scared? Would you be worried? Or would you be at peace, knowing that you have what you want already? So how would you embody that? What comes to mind when I said all of that? That's important. What flooded into your mind? What was in your imagination when I said all of that? That can be really powerful to move things along much faster in your reality. Now, the final thing that I want to share with you in this video, once you've looked at what can potentially be blocking you, the way that you're being from that reality that you want to manifest, the next step to create this life, this dream life that you don't need a vacation from, is to actually understand that what you can do is simply replace that lack with some new version of who you are. You replace the pattern. You replace it. You exchange the identity. And you can do this, right? You can simply do this with an action with a different thought. There's many different ways to overcome that fear and that lack and limitation. I'm going to be recording many more videos and courses soon on how to deal with these lack, how to deal with those lack beliefs and limitations, right? Lack and fear is actually a very powerful tool that most people don't consider. Now, once you see that, like that lack, that resistance, that fear, that contraction, you can see that contraction and say, you know what? I'm going to replace that with something else. And that's what it means to love yourself, by the way. That's a whole nother video. You take something that's contracted, a disowned part of your consciousness, and then what you do, like a disowned aspect of who you really are, and then you take that and you love it. You change it. You own it fully, and you look at that and you say, you know what? That's just what it is. It exists in reality. It's fine. It's no big deal. But you know what? That's not who I am. That's just a pattern. And so you look at that version that you say, you know what? That's not in alignment with having what I want, with being what I want. And then you replace that. How can you replace that? What does that mean to you? Do you need to, like, instead of being scared and reactive and confused, maybe you need to just go for a walk. Go for a walk. You already have what you want. It's no big deal, right? Maybe you need to do some meditation. Meditation. Sometimes it's not meditation. Sometimes it's not some technique. Sometimes it's not something that you heard on YouTube. Sometimes it's trusting yourself to go do that thing that you're called to do, that you know is gonna help you to embody that energy and to shift into that parallel version of you that exists in that quantum field, that already exists, and to shift into that. So what is that for you? How can you shift into that? And the last thing that I want to share with you in this video is when you apply all these steps that I've shared with you in this video, what you can start to do is realize that when you base your entire life around what I've shared with you, your whole life is just moving on to the next exciting thing, and to the next exciting thing, to the next solution, amazing, expansive thing that's going to expand your identity, expand your horizons, expand into more of naturally who you already are, right? And actually, to make that your default, to remember that your natural state is your birthright. It's your default state. That's who you are. So really what I'm trying to say to conclude this video is that most people live their life most of their life is in contraction, pain, fear, misery, suffering, not aligned with their highest self. And sometimes, occasionally, they go on vacation and get that relief, that peace, that, oh, now I can be who I am, right? Because I need to put on this mask and do all these things that I don't want to do for a majority of my day, right? And then sometimes I can be who I naturally actually am and then let loose, right? No. What we're doing here on this channel, and if you're watching this video, by no coincidence, is we are creating a life where we're a majority of the time who we actually are, right? You're not in pain most of the times. You're excited. You're moving forward. You're looking at the solutions to those challenges. In fact, you don't even see challenges. You're programmed to see challenges by default, just exciting stepping stones to your vision. That's the paradigm you're coming from, right? There's two different ways to live. Is either you're in poverty and sometimes you get relief, or you're in abundance, and then sometimes that poverty tries to come back and bite you, but you look at that and you say, you know what, that's a distraction to my highest vision. That's not going to help me to go where I want to go. That's going to waste my energy. That's going to slow me down. That's going to bring me down. And then what you do with that old version that tries to creep back in to the new version of who you really are becoming right now, you see that you can start to live life in a default state of abundance. And then sometimes that old version comes back, versus living in the continual loops and then sometimes getting that relief. And that ultimately, that paradigm shift from living in pain and then sometimes getting relief, but then switching that around, that is ultimately how you create a life you don't need a vacation from. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, the only way to do that is by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Also, leave a like on this video because I do believe, only if you want to, because I do believe that actually every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are divine creators of their reality, and that actually they can manifest their reality and do so in the most effortless and easeful way possible, helping themselves and helping others in the process as well. And hitting that like button does help the YouTube algorithm push the videos out to more people, and that would be greatly appreciated. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.